The part of speech that we use to replace a noun in a sentence is called a pronoun. So pronouns replace nouns and noun phrases. A noun phrase is just a combination of words that act as a noun, and I'll show you that with examples. The first thing you need to understand is the main parts of a simple sentence. Every sentence must contain a main verb. And in this sentence, Jim bought paintings, the main verb is bought, which of course is the past tense of buy. Another part of a simple sentence is the subject. Now the subject is the person or the thing that is doing the verb. In this case, doing the buying. So it was Jim. So Jim is the subject of the sentence. So whenever you read, you should be aware this is the verb and the person or the thing doing that verb is this person or that thing, and that is the subject. Most simple sentences, though not all, also have an object. And the object is the thing that the verb is being done to. So in this case, Jim is the person doing the buying, and the buying is the thing that is being done, and the buying is being done to the paintings. So the paintings are the object of this sentence. So this very simple sentence shows us the subject, the verb, and the object. And that would be a normal order, but sentences don't have to be written in that particular order. If we now have a follow-on sentence giving us new information, it says Jim collects paintings. Clearly, in normal writing or speech, we wouldn't have this sentence following on from that sentence. We would use pronouns to make it read better and to avoid repetition. So instead of saying Jim bought paintings, Jim collects paintings, we would say Jim bought paintings, he collects them. So we would replace the noun Jim with he, which is one of our subject pronouns. Notice the subject pronouns and the object pronouns are not all identical. So when we want to replace the subject with a pronoun, we should use one of those. So first person is I, second person is you, the third person is he, she, or it, and the first person plural would be we, and the third person plural would be they. Let's rewrite the sentence the way it should read with pronouns in place of the nouns. Now notice that the noun Jim has been replaced with a subject pronoun. The noun paintings, which was the object, has been replaced with an object pronoun. So you wouldn't use they because that's a subject pronoun. You would not say he collects they. They is only for replacing a subject. Notice also that the verb doesn't change at all. Let's take a more complicated example just to illustrate that actually the principles are the same and also to demonstrate to you a few other things. In the second example, it says, my cousin Shan visited the pyramid of Cheops last year. Shan enjoyed the pyramid of Cheops. Now normally we would shorten the second of the two sentences into he enjoyed it. Although the first sentence looks complicated because it has a lot of words, we can still analyze it and break it down into subject, verb, and object. Let's do that. The easiest place to begin is normally the verb, which in this case is visited. Then you think, who did that verb? Who did the visiting in this case? And it was my cousin Shan. Now all of that, my cousin Shan, is the subject of this verb. And because it's not a single word, we wouldn't call it a noun, we would call it a noun phrase. So a noun phrase is simply a collection of words that function as a noun, and that is the subject of this sentence. The pyramid of Cheops is the object of this sentence. It is the thing that was visited by the subject. So the pyramid of Cheops is another noun phrase, and it acts as the object of this sentence. So it is the thing that is being visited. In the follow-on sentence, the subject is Shan. Once we've said he's your cousin, you wouldn't normally repeat that same information in a subsequent sentence. So we've just said Shan enjoyed the pyramid of Cheops. We would identify that the verb is enjoyed, previously it was visited, and that the person doing the enjoying is Shan, so that is the subject. Enjoyed is the verb, and the pyramid of Cheops is the object of this sentence. So we would actually write that follow-on sentence as he, because that is the subject pronoun. Enjoyed, the verb doesn't change. And all of this is the object, the pyramid of Cheops. And that would be an it. So, my cousin Shan visited the pyramid of Cheops last year. He enjoyed it. The original sentence, my cousin Shan visited the pyramid of Cheops last year, had an extra part here, which is neither the subject, nor the object, nor the verb. So what is it? Well, you should recall from the unit on adverbs that this is an adverb of time, except that because it's not a single word, it is a phrase because it's more than one word. We would call it an adverbial phrase. So this acts as an adverb, but because it is not a single word, we would call it an adverbial phrase. So it's a phrase that acts as an adverb. So this is telling us when the visit took place. When reading or writing, you should be aware of what the main verb is, who or what the subject of the verb is, i.e. the person or the thing doing the action of the verb, and who or what is the object of the verb, i.e. the person or the thing that the verb is being done to.